Hello and welcome to this edition of Minstrels on the Block, where we bring you the finest singer-songwriters in the Valley area. This week we have Southern Ashe. So, guys, how y'all doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing just fine. Glad to have you on the show.
How you doing, Brian?
I'm doing pretty good. So, tell me about yourselves. Where were you born? Starting with you, Jeff.
Smith Station, Alabama.
Nice.
God's country.
Awesome. So, what'd your parents do?
I have no idea. Oh, my God, I didn't expect that. My father was a printer.
Cool.
And my mother was a stay-at-home mom most of the time.
Were they musical at all?
Not at all. My father was a football player at Auburn for a while. And so I guess that's how I got my musical talent. That doesn't make any sense, does it?
We don't have to make sense on infotainment. So, Rudd, tell me about you. Where were you born?
I was born and raised right here in Phoenix City.
Cool.
My dad was ex-deputy sheriff of Russell County, and my mother, she was lunchroom manager in Phoenix City school system.
Very cool. Were they musical?
My mother sung in church.
Cool.
So, and that's where I started out. So I got a lot of gospel background in that.
Very cool. Get a little more on that in just a second. Jeff, what made you decide you wanted to play music?
Chicks.
This seems to be a thing with musicians. Women make it worth a while.
I knew that was coming.
When I was in the 5th grade, I decided I liked girls, and the best way to get them was to play the guitar. So that's what I did.
Awesome. So, what made you, once you started to play guitar to get the chicks, what made you decide to keep doing it? I'm assuming that you were at least somewhat successful in it.
Yeah, a little bit. I liked it. It was fun, and to be able to write your own songs and to do that thing. And I realized, gosh, this is awesome. So I just started doing it and been doing it ever since.
That is awesome. Rudd?
I started out when I was, I guess, two years old. I sang my first song in church, so I've been doing it ever since. But until I met these crazy guys, my life turned around quickly. Quickly.
Oh, yeah. I agree with him.
So, what made you go from singing in the church to, say, playing in a band?
Money and a chance to travel. And we had a lot of good times on the road. I mean, we spent a lot of time together, believe me, and we seen a lot of places that I'd have never seen before. I mean, and I couldn't give that up. I wouldn't give those memories up to save my life. And hopefully in the near future we'll be seeing it again.
Very cool, very cool. I definitely hope so.
I do too.
Robert?
Oh, well, same question with me. Like I said, I've been doing this since I was 10 years old, so this was the way of life to me. Every weekend I was somewhere playing a bluegrass festival, so time I turned 18, this is what I want to do. I don't want to be out there like Jeff did. He worked at Lithochrome as a printer. Mm-hmm. My daddy was a maintenance man. I wanted to be the self-employed guy.
Yeah.
And, of course, the chicks and the having fun.
Chicks.
Yeah.
Of course, there's nothing wrong with being a printer or working or being a deputy sheriff or being a maintenance man.
If those are your passion, yes.
Like I said, the time I was 18, I knew what I wanted to do.
That's
and
cool.
It wasn't work in a textile mill or whatever. But, we all do what we have to do to make a living every now and then. But like I said, like Rudd said, we got memories we'll never forget, and we want to make some more new memories. So,
starting with you, I'll be asking the same question, but starting with you, at what point did you go from doing your singing to like going to a band, and what point did you know that you were going to go forward full throttle with it?
When I turned 18, when I got out of high school, I didn't want to do nothing else. I mean, I'm always been in a band with my father,
right, and
it's always been bands all during that time. And when I turned 18. They're like, well, Mom, I can't make a living playing bluegrass. Can you buy me an electric bass guitar? And I started in a band and played at clubs around here. Mm-hmm. So I've always been doing it. So I've never really gave it up.
Right. So
But
it's just been a smooth
I've
flow
always
for you.
known from time the bug hit
Yeah.
me, I wanted to be a musician in a band.
Very cool. Rudd?
Pretty much the same answer. Once we did split up, you know, and we went our different ways, I worked regular jobs, but yet I pretty much played every weekend, you know, at different places and venues and around town, and still can't give it up. Robert Earl and I play twice a week at the Dale Ranch, you know, on Wednesday nights and Sunday nights. I had to plug that.
I play
Go see
Sunday
them.
at church, so, you know.
And Jeff will set in every now and then, and he's not used to it. But we have a great time, and it's just a feeling that you it's like a lady that loves to sew. You know, it's just your passion, a painter.
Oh, sorry.
A
How in the
painter.
world would you relate to a lady that loves to sew?
Well, she's doing something with her hand.
Oh, okay.
You know, you constantly, I mean, you can't put him in a room that's got a guitar, or him in a room that's got a guitar, bass, or dobro, or banjo, and them not go and grab that instrument and play.
Right.
You know, it's just
It's part of you.
it's just
Yeah.
part of our bodies, I guess, our minds.
So, Jeff?
Oh, same question. Church. No, I'm kidding. They've all said church. I got to say church. Smith Station Baptist Church. That's where I pick at. But I love it. But actually, 5th grade, playing in the talent show. Chick started running at the stage. That was it. For me, I was hooked. And I love the music, too, as a second part of it.
How old was
Got to
he,
say
kids?
that. Huh? No, actually, it was the Georgia State Battle of the Bands in 1972. Was that when it was, Al? 73. And all the girls were up there with the signs with our pictures on it and stuff.
Nice.
Oh, you weren't there. And okay, that was really it. That was whenever I said, "This is like awesome." And then country music got me, and when I heard a band called the Marshall Tucker Band, and even though they're
That took off.
back then they were considered rock, but I was going, those guys are country, and I loved them ever since. And that's what hooked me into country music.
Excellent. So now for the big question. When did you guys meet? When did Southern Ashe form? Whichever one of you wants to answer that question.
Goes, yeah.
All right. In the 5th grade. Here we go again.
5th grade again.
When I decided I like chicks.
How long were you in the 5th grade?
How long were you in the 5th grade?
What was I like? 2, 3 maybe? Oh, no, I'm supposed to look at that camera. I was like 3 maybe. No, when I in the 5th grade, I started a band called the Blues Band. Mm-hmm. And it was me and Duke Vaughn and Gil Milligan and Jimmy Pope. And we later decided that we wanted to do the Southern rock thing in the, like 1977, 78. Mm-hmm. And Southern rock leads kind of to country.
Right.
And so basically that was 78 was when I decided I like country music, and I like did I lose the question? What was the question? I'm sorry.
When did you guys meet, and when did Southern Ashe form?
And these guys, these wonderful guys right here,
Yeah.
were some of the best technicians in the world. Mm-hmm. And we were out there doing our little thing, and these guys came around, and Rudd was a good singer, but he had a great ear for music. And so we got him as a roadie. Robert is like originally one of the best sound guys ever. Mm-hmm. And he was running sound for us. But we really didn't know that these guys were so awesome, talented. And later, as this went on, they would get up there and jam with us. And we were like, okay, you guys are in the band now, because they were awesome. And we've been together ever since. That probably started in, 79?
77.
About
77.
76. Well, the thing about it is, me, Jeff, and Alan went to Smith Station. Mm-hmm. And one of the original members, Mike McLean, which is no longer with us, may rest in peace, Rudd and Mike. No, Mike went to Glenwood, and you went to Central, but y'all went to the same church, wasn't it?
No, Tony and I went to the same
Tony
church.
Stevens went to the same church.
We went to the same high school. Tony and I went to Central.
Uh-huh.
And Mike to Glenwood.
So we all basically met in high school.
Right.
And was, I think, what, you graduated in what, 77?
Let's don't go
Well,
back
it was
there,
between
Robert.
77 or 91, somewhere in there.
How long were you
77.
in the 5th grade?
So y'all been jamming ever since.
Ever since.
Ever
I'll tell you
since.
what. Let's watch them jam a little bit. We'll be right back right after this.
Alrighty, this is a song going to be on our new CD. This is called The American Dream.
Woke last night to the radio and the sound of broken dreams. Song of a broken land where things ain't what they seem. I thank my lucky stars I can say what I mean here in the American dream. Living the American dream. Where there's roller coasters and drummers in the band, holding my blue jeans and toes in the sand, where I'm afraid to laugh and afraid to say I can. Here in the American dream, living the American dream. Drove across this mighty land from sea to shining sea, saw the work of a poor man's hand build a family dream. Well, I'm proud of who I am in a world of extreme, living the American dream. Yes, we're here in the American dream, where there's roller coasters and drummers in the band, holding my blue jeans and toes in the sand, where I'm free to laugh and free to say I can. Here in the American dream. Yes, we're living the American dream. Where there's holy rollers and jokers on TV, I pump back my stereo and a shot of wild turkey, where the freedom here to there as far as you can see. Here's the American dream. Yes, we're living the American dream, where there's roller coasters and drummers in the band, holes in my blue jeans and toes in the sand, where I'm afraid to laugh and afraid to say I can. Here's the American dream. Yes, we're living the American dream. Yes, we're